We've seen stocks on a rally. We sort of failed a little bit Friday to keep that going. Coming into this week, what do you think keeps the momentum with us? And do you think it's going to be Nvidia?
I think Nvidia is the big catalyst out there that might derail us. Clearly, we still have upside momentum. Now, it does seem extremely stretched. There are signs of froth out there, and therefore that makes me a little bit worried. But the overall backdrop, as we've talked all year, remains extremely bullish. The fact is, companies are still making good money. Earnings season has been fine. Growth is doing fine. And yet the world's policymakers are saying they're desperate to provide support whenever is needed. So we should be in a massive bull market. Has it become a little bit stretched in the short term? Yeah, probably. But until Nvidia, at least, I just don't see what derails it. And I'm not convinced that Nvidia should be what derails it right now. So I think it can go a bit further.
OK, so you're not convinced that Nvidia derails it. But I'm trying to think of, if you do have a stretched market and you have a large piece of the puzzle potentially undermining it, how does that change the narrative? This has been a market that has been driven by narratives, strong narratives. AI has been one of those. How big a piece of the puzzle, how big a piece would it be if we were to take that away? What effect could that have in terms just the way the market is set up? And just casting a little bit of doubt on the rally. How quickly could things turn, I guess, is the question I'm really asking.
I think they could turn very quickly if Nvidia really disappoints. You're right, Guy, that this has been a key pillar of this rally, a key pillar of the narrative. And therefore, I do think that it could be a major narrative change. But for that to happen, Nvidia earnings would have to massively disappoint. I think there's volatility expected around the earnings. I think a mild miss wouldn't do it. I think we'd have to have just a complete shocker. And I think we're too early in this cycle. Even as someone who thinks that the AI hype is maybe a little bit overdone in the short term, the structural story is valid. We've got a little bit ahead on some of the earnings and some of the revenue plans at the moment. I think we're a little bit early in that cycle for the shocker to come this week. And that's why I don't think it's going to come.